Hello, this is the Churchboikori Show. You already know how we do it. I'm going to wait till some people get in the room. I'm going to put the music on. Just wait for people to come on in. Come on in. The Churchboikori Show, y'all. Just waiting on my guests to make that show. They got something on myself. Just want to welcome y'all to the show. I'm going to give them some time to come in before we start the show. Sorry about that, I'm a little late. Had to get some things, we not in the next room. Yes, sir. We're gonna keep that music until we get still up in the back room. It's your boy, Churchboikori. Yeah. Born and raised in the 305, baby. Dade County, yes sir. Got a little time in Oakland, California, 510, baby. I get them respect from here. That's my second home. Radio station down in Miami. They just call me Big Papa Price. Now I go by the name of Churchboikori. Room, tap in, tap in, tap in. Tap in, tap in. We live. Just gonna keep playing music. Yes, sir. Hey. Where y'all tuning in from? Come on. Miami, California, Chicago, where y'all at? Come on, check out this Churchboikori Show. I think we got 2 of them in the queue. 2 of the fellas in the back room. I'm gonna give it some more time and see who else gonna come in. See who else gonna come in, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and let these fellas come on in. Yeah, we're gonna chop it up, y'all. Go ahead and put them in the room now. Let them come on in. Got your man Green in the house. Let them come on in. And I got Xavier. He finna come on in. I see you. See us now? Can you see us now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Bam. Okay, this is the Churchboikori Show. Your host, Churchboikori. We got Jermaine Green and Xavier in the house. Want y'all give them a round of applause right quick. Let me see if my clap's gonna work today. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? The clap's working today. Oh, yeah, how y'all boys doing,
It's all right.
How y'all doing, man?
Man, all is well. What about you?
Man, I'm just chilling.
What about you?
Just chilling, man. Is excited, man. It's enjoying this beautiful day. What about you, Zay? How you feeling, bro?
Well, I'm feeling good. I just got off from work and got up out them hot clothes. It's 95 degrees up here in Orlando right now.
Yeah, it's about 94 here, man. You know, but y'all got that humidity down there in Florida, man.
Yeah, it's too hot, especially in Central now.
Yeah, we got a little wind up here. Let's a little wind with it, you know.
Yeah, it's hot up here.
So yeah, man. You know, each one. You know, I'm gonna go one by one, man. Jermaine, just tell us about you, man. What, you know, your name, and let everybody know, you know, your career and what's going on in your life and what you got going on. We're gonna start out with that first.
All right.
You know, introduce yourself. Just introduce yourself.
All right. All right. All right. Then first of all, thank you for allowing me to be on this platform again. It's an honor. I'm Jermaine Green. I'm right here. I'm right here.
Yes, sir.
Do you hear me?
Yes, sir. I hear you now. Go ahead, doctor.
I'm right here. You hear me?
Yes, sir. I hear
I'm Jermaine Green. I'm from Miami, Florida. And basically what I am for career-wise, I am a commercial and residential inspector. I'm originally from Miami, and I'm just glad to be here.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Xavier, why don't you tell us a little bit about you, man?
Oh, Xavier, from Miami. Retired out of the military after 21 years, currently working for the hurricane hunters out of Lakeland.
Awesome. Okay. So what that's like, what during the hurricane, what is the hurricane hunters? What's that? Explain that. Because you know, that's the first time I heard something like that, you know.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of how it was when I was retiring out, getting ready to come back home and trying to find a federal job down here, which is kind of far and few in Miami. But Lord and behold, I was searching, and we decided to to move to Orlando because the housing market was too chaotic back home. So I couldn't do it.
I feel you.
So we ended up finding a house for a good price out in Davenport. So I ended up getting out here, and I was looking for some federal jobs. I would have had to commute between either Tampa or Daytona. And Lord and behold, one day I look and I'm like, federal job in Lakeland. And when I looked on there and checked it out, it was the hurricane hunters. I was like, what's that? You know, I'm thinking to myself, and I go down and do the interview, and I'm like, it's exactly what I thought it was. We literally are the ones who fly the planes through the storm to collect all of the data for the National Weather Center and all of the, you know, all the weather channels all across the Eastern Coast, you know, whoever can get hit with storms. Wow. We just had a media day last week where we had all of the news people from all over, from Texas to Louisiana, Mississippi, New York, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. Everybody was out there. So pretty much literally we are the ones who fly the planes through the storm to collect all of the data.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Also, so Jermaine, you say you do inspections, right, on houses and stuff. So give us a rundown on what type of inspections and what kind of properties you do and how you do it and everything. I can't hear you. Y'all be available. I got to tell us back again. We're going to chop it up and have a good time. You can hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Jermaine? Can you hear me? I can't hear you, Doc. I can't hear you. And have a good.
I think he on a little freeze.
Oh, yeah, he on a little freeze. So okay.
Yes, he on a little freeze. Look like it done froze him a little bit up.
So Zay, let me chop it up with you for a minute, man. Till we gonna chop it up with Zay for a minute.
Oh yeah.
What's a memory, man, that you shared that makes you laugh, man? What's a good memory, man, you had back in the day, or you know that really lift your spirits up and made you happy, man? What's a good one?
Oh, we talking about from you?
it could be anything. It could be, you know, from me or from back in the day, you know, or you know.
Let's start with you. So we gonna go ahead and get it done right then. You being the first one I knew to rock that Gumby in them tones of deliverance back in the days.
Look at you. Yeah. We were rocking all kind of haircuts back in the day, man. Dressing up different outfits and stuff. Yeah, we thought we was the Four Tops or somebody, man, back in the day.
Yeah, that I see. Listen, I think Steve Harvey stole the style of the baggy pants and the shoes from y'all.
Yeah, you know we used to rock it, boy, back then.
Yeah, I used to be clean.
Remember that show, that store, Oak Cliff? Not Oak Cliff, but what is it called? Oak Tree. Oak Tree. I'm thinking about Dallas, not Oak Cliff. But Oak Tree. Oak Tree, Oak Tree. That was the store.
I think you good over there? He looked like he got it in order.
You good? Let me text you. Man, you good?
Like he was moving pretty consistent.
Yeah.
I think he's checking in with you probably. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, this a pretty good platform here.
Oh, that's what's up, man. You know, we just trying to, you know, talk about whatever we can talk about, man, and change lives and restore people, man, and you know, encourage them. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Oh yeah, that's like the biggest thing, man. I'm just telling you, the foundation that we had, even though we strayed, you know, we kind of knew we kind of knew what to come back to. And a lot of these kids, they don't really have too much of that.
No. It's a different ball game now, man, the way they raise now, you know. I ain't gonna say all of them, but you know, some of them raised right, and then some of them, you know, they ain't even there in their lives to be raised. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, but it's good that we can have some examples like us, you know, to really try to bring it back, you know, to help the kids out, you know.
Oh yeah.
You know, do right and you know, instead of going left, they can go right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that the biggest thing there is just they gotta see example or somebody that look like them or been through what they've been through for you to even grasp their attention before anything. So I think a lot of times, you know, me included, we kind of kept ourselves out of reach of the ones that needed to be reached. So that could be a big problem. They feel like they can't relate.
Yeah. Did you imagine back then, man, that we still be close right now?
Yeah, you know, because back then this and that we all we knew because we was in church so much.
But you know, it was a big age difference. You know, it was like you was a short and I was like probably like what, 15, 16, maybe, somewhere around up in there.
Yeah, you know, but
I was just
the one thing that'll keep you, it's kind of like even with Lump and Vince, you know, they was older. But as I got of age, you know, and we was able to relate and talk about the things and do stuff, you know, it was on ever since.
Yeah.
It's just that respect to let, you know, allowing us to catch up to age before you show us things we don't need to see.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I tell you, man, I'm trying to see if I can. I had one more in the queue, but I'm trying to figure out if I can get to him.
Oh, we got another in the queue?
I probably got Damon in the queue. Let me see if I can. Cursor don't want to work now. You see that, man? You see how? Boy, I tell you, the devil just been busy all day today, boy.
Oh yeah, he know that powerful word that, you know, the powerful words and wisdom and things that's about to come through. So he's like,
Yeah, man. I don't know. Now my cursor don't want to work on it. Boy, I tell you. Ain't that something, boy? I can't even look at that. It was working before, but now it ain't working. If it ain't one thing, it's another, brother.
always.
Lord have mercy. Trying to get this cursor to move because that's the only way I can move it around so I can let him in the house. Can't even do it, man.
He said, "You hear me knocking?"
I know. The cursor don't want to work. I can't believe this, man. I can't believe this, brother.
Yeah, it looked like it works the best on a laptop.
On a laptop? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, is it streaming on Facebook too?
Yeah, it's streaming on Facebook and YouTube.
Okay.
That's what I'm tripping out about. I'm tripping out on my cursor while my cursor ain't working. And I got it right on the pad here. And I don't even see that boy, I tell you, boy. Here we go. But anywho, we're gonna move on to the next question, man, till I get this right.
Yeah.
So what was your dreams and goals as a teenager, man? I know you was coming up. What was your goals and dreams, man? Did you fulfill them to where you at now, or you need to do more research on it?
Man, you know, truthfully, Corey, looking back on it, where we came from, I really ain't have none.
I hear you. Oh man,
you know,
hey, that's another story we talk about when we really the money gritty. out there living in the city, boy.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother program.
Ain't really, it is. Ain't really had none. Even with us being brought up in church back then. You know, when you it's one thing to be in church and you could dream, but the minute you walk out them doors and walk out them doors and go home, you know, them dreams go away because you're like, dang, am I gonna make it to even see them dreams?
Yeah.
So that's the kicker.
Yeah, I know, man. You back,
Boom,
doctor? You back? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I'm back. You hear me?
Oh,
yeah, there you go.
Yes, I hear you.
Lord,
There you
I
go.
can
I'm
hear
back.
you. I can hear you.
I'm back.
All we need you to do is start screaming and
I got somebody else. That's just you. That might be.
He trying to get everybody in. Oh, I think it done. There you go.
There you go. Okay. You hear me, doctor? Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
I hear you.
Doc. What we gonna do? We gonna go over these questions now. I done asked Zay about 2 or 3 of them. So.
Hey.
Okay. All right. No problem.
Check your thing, Corey, because it ain't showing you on Facebook.
Oh, it's not?
Nuh-uh.
Log me out. Lord,
it's all right. We got time. It's Friday. We off, and I think we all off tomorrow, ain't it?
Yeah. Well, you know, I got to work in the morning. I got these different settings. Try to put on these different settings and we'll see what's going on. So it's I'm still on Facebook. I'm still on. I see it.
Oh, okay.
I see it, but my cursor ain't working. I don't know why, but it's all good. But Jermaine, what's a memory, man?
Talk to me.
That
makes me laugh.
That makes you laugh. Come on, Doc, give it to me.
Man, I remember, man, when we was in high school, and you were supposed to sing in the choir at Miami Northwestern at a big event.
Don't do it.
And then you told me so.
You're gonna bust the house.
So what? So no, but hey, it is what it is. But I'm not gonna tell them everything. But you were singing in the tenor section, and we got the tuxedo shirts and everything. They got us the attire and everything. So, but you had to go singing somewhere else. You know, you was an artist. You know, you were singing up the name of Jesus. So you didn't show up that night, and they said, "Where's Corey?" And you told me not to say nothing, and I had to keep quiet. But I laughed up the storm because I know you were going to get it on Monday. So that was a funny time. I won't tell them that part, but that was funny. I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah, I had slipped out and sang with the Tones of Deliverance. And I was supposed to be there.
Hey, okay, you said it. I didn't say that. I ain't give them all that information.
I know. Ooh, boy, I got punished for it too, boy. My choir director, Columbus Smith. Boy, he was so mad.
Columbus Smith, yes.
He was mad, boy. He was mad I did that, but hey, man, I was young, man.
Yeah, blessings to Columbus Smith.
I ain't want to stay in the Northwest.
You went to see the world. That's it.
Yeah. But it's
while we was at the night center, you was traveling.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was gone, man. I said, man, I'm finna go on the road. I'm finna go on the road.
That's it. So it was funny. It was funny when you came in on Monday.
Yep. Oh,
Resurrection time came.
Oh yeah, he got me. He got me good. But yeah, did you imagine, man, that
So we can move on to the next question.
yeah, did you imagine that we'd still be this close? I know you did, because you know we've been hanging tough since Northwestern. So I know. You know,
We've been hanging tough, like two coins on the car. We've been hanging tough, man. We've been through the ups and downs. We've been in the trenches. We done seen our ups and our downs, but you know what? We still here.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Never
Sir.
thought it would. Never listen. Never thought that I'd be on Churchboikori Show, but I know you were gonna be with me as a brother here on out. So that's a great thing.
Yeah. It's just like what me and Zay was saying, but where we came from, you know, the hoods that we grew up in, man. You know, it's just, I know it's God that brought us out of, man, because boy, it was so much peer pressure and things to get into. But just because we had these praying grandmothers and mothers at this church, boy, they kept us alive, boy. They kept us there.
Yeah, they did. That's the truth.
Yeah, they kept us there, man.
Yeah. Prayer changes things.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's right.
There's a lot
Prayer
of things
changes
got
things.
into.
Yes, sir.
But you know, because of the hand of the Lord, man, we chose not to. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So what was your dreams and goals as a teenager, man? I know that you played in the jazz band, and you know you probably thought you were gonna be this big time drummer in jazz and music, and then God took you somewhere else. So what was your goals as a teenager, man? Did you achieve any of them, or your dreams and goals?
Well, you basically told them all my business, so I ain't got to say nothing. You pretty much told them all.
Well, I shouldn't have said that, but you can tell them. Go ahead, tell them some more. Tell them some more.
You must see. That's how long we've been. That's how long we've been together, man. You done told it all, so I ain't got nothing else to say on that one.
Yeah.
But no. God did. I did fulfill some of it, but not all of it. But then God sent me to become in the ministry, and to God be the glory. It was the best thing and choice that I ever made. So it was worth it all.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, you know, I achieved some of my goals, but the Lord, you know, I always wanted to be a professional singer and sign with them record labels and all that good stuff. But
see, with what's going on in the record,
Lord called me to drive a bus, brother. And I've been in transportation for over 25 years. So, hey, it's working. So, you know, I can sing and drive the bus at the same time, Doc, and still make a little money to take care of my family. Take care of my family and do all the things that I want to do, you know. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, man.
Listen, anything's possible. Anything's possible. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, so I'm going to ask Zay this question first, though. And then I'm going to get to you, Jermaine.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
Who got into the most trouble as a teenager, man? Come on now.
Out of all us right now?
Yeah, Zay was always quiet, though. I don't know what Zay was doing back in
the day. That's why I got in the... No, I ain't getting the most trouble, Corey. It was probably you.
You say probably.
You know what? I'm going to tell you why I was almost probably you. Because as deep as we were in church, you coming from a background of music, pianist, and all of that stuff, you had a lot of back high school days, a lot of girls and stuff. So you was doing stuff we probably weren't supposed to be doing.
Tell on them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Tell on them.
You're right.
So ain't no telling.
But guess what? I got one wife for 33 years and 3 kids, but I ain't got no other kids on the outside. So but thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. I ain't got no kids all over the nation. So that's all that matters, brother. Well, hey, I got 3 kids can say daddy.
I'm going to tell the truth and shame that.
5 or 6 of them, you know. But hey, no disrespect to them, but you know, hey, that ain't my get down, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But I ain't for street trouble now. I ain't getting no street trouble now.
Yeah, probably street trouble. It probably would have been me.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, it probably would have been me.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah. So what about you, Jermaine? Doctor.
Me. Let's talk about me. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, Doc.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. You hear me?
I hear you now, Doc. Go ahead.
Oh Lord.
Go ahead. I can hear you now.
Do you hear me?
I hear you, Doc.
Do you hear me?
I hear you. I hear you.
Okay. As of me, I mean, are you saying amongst the guys here that got the most trouble? That's what you're asking?
Yeah, like if you were little, you got in trouble for doing something, or you had to get punished for, we all did,
No. Well, put it this way. I never got in trouble in the streets or anything, but I always was the one wasn't scared to go and ask the questions that others didn't want to ask and go places that other people didn't want to go. Okay. So I came up from a religious background, So some places I went, I ain't supposed to go, but I did. So if that's bad, okay.
That's bad.
I'm gonna tell y'all a story, man. Y'all gonna crack up on this, man. I remember. Y'all remember the Pack Jam on 54th and 12th Avenue?
Like the back of our head, I used to be down there and I wasn't supposed to be there.
Hey, I told myself I'm gonna go to the Pack Jam one night. Ooh, why did I do that, brother? Guess what? Can you imagine, man? You in there dancing and getting down right, and then you hear this call on DJ coming. DJ be like, music going on. Yeah, we need Corey Harding to go to the front. Your mother idea. I was like, so I'm dancing, and I heard that, and I got scared. They say your mother is out there in the front. We need Corey Harding to go to the front. I was like, ooh, man, I went to the front, boy. My mom got on me, man. Hey,
wow.
Luke came and got me. Luke said, where you at? I raised my hand. Luke came and got me, brought me right there in front to my mama. Boy, look how I paid for that night, boy. She was mad.
Oh, man.
Oh, me, man.
And the thing is, you couldn't hide who they was there for because the street was right by the door. So the curve was.
Man, the people were still in line coming in and everything. Boy, that was so embarrassing, boy. That was the most embarrassing
right there
of my life. She said, you ain't got no business in here. Well, you know I know.
Wow.
I was like, oh my God, man. And that's been bad. And Luke came and got me and took me to. Hey, you know if Luke takes you to the front, boy, that's bad. That's bad, boy.
That was bad.
Yeah,
it seemed like you was bad that night.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, man. I shouldn't, man. But you know, when you're young, you're rebellious. I thought I was cool. I want to go to dance at the club, man. So.
And that carried over. Nobody ain't know, but that carried over into Sunday devotion service when they sung too.
I was right there. Playing the drums or either leading the song in the choir.
And every so often, some of that Pack Jam will come out on them drums too.
Oh, boy, you was a mess. You was a mess, man. You was a mess, man. Now this right. I'm gonna give both of y'all the script, but I'm gonna start with Zay. Man, back in the day when you was young, what was your favorite song style or hangout spot back in the day? Because you came up in a different time for us. So, our spot probably was the Pack Jam or, or high school dances or different things like that. So what was your favorite song or style or hangout spot?
The Pack Jam and the little game room down the street from the Pack Jam in front of them apartments.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Remember the little game room that sat across from that store?
Let's say you talking about going towards 17th Avenue or going towards 7th or 8th Avenue?
Going towards 22nd. It was
22nd.
right down from the Pack Jam. It was a game room right there.
Down 54th Street?
It was right down 54th Street. You probably because you had the wash house on the corner.
Okay.
So it was the next opening block. What that was? That was
it had to have been like because 12th Avenue.
14th. That was
14th Avenue. Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it said right there.
Okay. What about that South man right there? Remember that South and barbecue spot right there across the street from the Pack Jam? On the left.
No, that's right there. Remember the Chinese place sat there for a long time too.
Oh yeah. It's been a while, man.
But I think before the Chinese, I think the Chinese place it sat there for a while. But then, like right down from the Pack Jam, it was a wash house. The cleanest place after that. And then it was because you got the 14th Avenue, the stop sign right there. Then it was an open field and then the game room.
Yeah.
And there's some apartments set right behind it.
Yeah. We got one more in the queue.
So that was my spot. Huh?
Jermaine went off. I don't know what happened to him. Let me see if I get him out here. Let me bring him back on.
I think it might be putting them back in.
He might be trying to come on. Let's see. He'll be trying.
Yeah, I think it is. Somebody is showing.
Man. We'll keep going. So what song, man? What songs you like, man? I know we would like gospel songs, but what R&B? Back in your time, it ain't as crazy as it now with these different songs.
Oh yes, it was. Back then, that's when I was listening to I was listening to AZ, Too Short, JT Money.
You going now?
Poison Clan. Okay, that was Poison Clan era.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Poison Clan.
That Dance All Night.
I tell you something. I know you was quiet. You was chilling in church, right? You was at because every time I look at Zay, boy, Zay just don't say nothing. He may say, "I be say, what's up, Zay?" That's it. But when you was quiet, right? What them gospel songs you was listening to? I know you were listening to them gospel songs. Which one you like? Or which one you like right now that you be humming or what you heard,
Let's see. Open My Heart is my get me through song, even now.
I feel you.
And probably back then.
I ain't never heard that Open My Heart. You there? Zay, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, who is that by?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. I lost you for a minute.
That was what's her name?
Is it a young lady? Artist? You finna Google it right now already.
Yolanda Adams.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that song is tough, boy. I know it's one you're talking about. Long in the Room. That one.
That done, listen, that one done brought me through everything.
Ooh, yeah, man. Yeah.
That's
I need to talk to you and ask you for your guidance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a bad song.
That's the one. And then back then, it was Kurt. That when Kurt was really hitting the scene. He was giving us a little hip with a little gospel. Yeah. That's when you was first starting to kind of somewhat semi get into gospel rap.
Yeah.
Kurt don't want to admit it, but he would bring it. That was
Kurt
gospel rap.
Brought it in though. He brought that when he came out with that song, boy. That was the one there.
Mm-hmm.
That was the one there. Yeah, he came hard with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Then he had
Kurt
he
brought
had
it
Pep
in.
on there, right? No, he had Salt on there, right? One of them girls he had on there rapping on Stump. I think it was Salt.
I think it might have been because she, yeah,
Yeah.
she was.
Yeah, it was Salt. Yeah, it wasn't Pepper. There was Salt. There was only one of the Salt and Pepper girls that he had
I'm
rapping on
trying to
that
see.
Stump. Yeah, that one was hard.
I'm trying to
When he
let. He
first
don't
came
even
out with
got.
that, because he had the old school gospel first. He came out with the
Yeah, he
old
did.
quartet sound, and all of a sudden he just made a big change.
Why
And
he
that
don't
was
even? It
hard.
don't even. He don't show. He don't even show the credits on there.
Nah, that God's Property album. That's probably the one that is that God's Property album. Yeah, that was a good
Yep.
album. That was a good
Yep.
record. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yep. And then of course we had the Tones of Deliverance too. Now
Oh yeah,
I ain't gonna forget y'all.
oh, the boys. Well, we thought we were boys to men back today.
Yeah, listen, y'all was on that picture like Boys to Men. And y'all was on there.
Yeah, man. Shoot. I got another question, man. If you could give your teenage self one piece of advice, what would it be, man? As a teenager.
Oh
You know,
man,
you're
this
a
is
man
easy.
now, so
I would have definitely gave my teenage self not the money, not the cheat, not the answers to everything. I would have gave myself. I would tell myself to listen because, and the reason why I say listen is because even back then, now that I look back on it, everybody was giving me the juice, the tea, all of everything you needed to be successful. And I think if I would have listened to it back then, oh, I probably would have been woo. I probably all the money and everything else would have came. So yeah, that's it.
That's it right there, huh? Yeah, man. I gotta ask you, man, why you was so quiet back then, man? You wouldn't say nothing to nobody, man.
I
I
was
was like, dude, I'm trying to get to know Zay. And Zay was like,
I was observing. That's one of my
you was just observing. I don't
superpowers.
blame you. Yeah, you were doing it right. You were observing hard too, boy.
Hey, I was observing, man.
Boy,
That
you
was one
couldn't
of my
get no
superpowers.
laugh out of you, no nothing, boy. You was serious, boy. You laughing more than you did when you was young, you know?
Hey, and it's funny because my son, he 10, it's me all over again.
Uh-huh. Wow. He acting just like you.
Quiet, hey,
Quiet, don't
just
say nothing, huh?
quiet, play to himself. Um,
Uh,
shoot, the teachers thought he was, he wasn't there. I was like, no, he won't talk to you if he don't know you like that. Be quiet.
Yeah.
But once he started talking,
It was a wrap, huh?
it was a wrap.
It was a wrap, man.
It was a wrap.
Well, what are you still hoping to accomplish, man, in the next chapter of your life, man? What you know, what things you want to accomplish more, man?
Hey, land and growing my own food. I need me some acreage.
In the queue, but I can't get to him.
It still got them in the standby room.
Yeah, it say right here, but my cursor ain't see my cursor. If I could just touch the screen and make it come on, it'll come on, but it just ain't. I don't know, my cursor ain't working, man.
What you got? The mouse? Unplug your mouse and replug it back in.
That's what I'm trying to do. I even turned it on, turned it off. Let me see. I even put the charge on it, see if it'll charge, but it was working fine. It's just working fine. I don't know what's going on. I'm taking my laptop now. Going on my laptop. There it is. Let's see if he'll come on.
Yeah, I think it popped us up like he about to come in.
Yeah, yeah. Let me see if he's gonna come on in. Let's see if he's gonna come on in. It's a
Because the new link you sent worked perfectly.
Yeah. Definitely. We're gonna definitely do another show over, but that's all right though. We just going ahead and just going. You there? Oh, okay. You hear me? You hear me? Because
Yeah, I can
I
hear
be
you.
losing connection and stuff, man. But yeah. But we gonna go on with so remember them books that you showed me, man? Them
Oh
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
something you were talking about on your Facebook Live, man, on one of your little settings there. And explain that to me, man, about those books and what we need to know, man, what's going on, man, in this world.
Okay. First of all, it's for educational purposes only.
There you go. Everything is allegedly.
Allegedly,
Yeah, because I ain't trying to get
allegedly. And um I started probably about eight years or so ago, just doing some research,
mm-hmm.
because I don't know why, I just once I started doing like little traveling and stuff and around to like I went to Philly to the Freedom, to the Freedom Hall and all of that stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
So once I went to, kind of check out that, I just kind of started doing a little bit more research and reading up on some stuff. And during that process, I started finding out some different things that kind of just, curiosity kills the cat. So I started looking into it. So during that process, I started looking into it and I started finding like these imperfections in history stories. So I was like, okay, that don't kind of, that don't seem right. And as I started buying books, and older books, and I started seeing more consistencies, and I was like, wait a minute. So, curiosity always kill the cat. And when I dug and read and looked it up, I found out something very peculiar. That back when we were fighting and we won our independence, we were fighting, the British. And through older history books, I read in a book that I got before, it's called The Forming of This Nation. I read that once we beat the British to win our independence, we hired them on, we hired them on as contractors, meaning to protect our borders because we was a new country and we wasn't fully established yet. And during that process, I found out that the contractors that we hired never left.
Wow.
So I was like, hold up, wait a minute. So, I went back. I wanted to read it again because I thought I read it wrong. So I went back and I read it again, and they say the contractors who we hired, they never left, and they're now called allegedly
Mm-hmm. There you go.
the federal government.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, whoa, 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 wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. So you know how when you see something and you don't, you try not to see what you saw. So I go and I get a couple of other books and I read through a couple of other things, and Lord and behold, um, yeah, I found it. It was definitely there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think, too many people, and a lot of people know, but I think they kind of ignore it. But yeah, the federal government is actually, you know, somewhat tied to the Brits. So that's that kind of like where it started when I started going down this little rabbit hole of finding out information. So I kept digging and looking, and I used to hear these little whispers of straw man and how our birth certificates were, our birth certificates is like our straw man. And I started looking at like why all our constitutional rights is being stripped and taken away. And when you look at the Constitution, it says that we all have unalienable rights that can't be taken away. So when we look at that and you look at the Constitution, it says you're not supposed to be taxed. You have freedom of speech. Everybody has the ability to, a pursuit of happiness and life, liberty, and all of that good stuff. But it's all being taken away every day. So, of course, with some more digging and with my new friend who I call Val, Chat GPT, I was able to break down.
I know about Chat GPT.
Oh man, it's amazing. It's amazing. I don't use it like some other people do. They say they're using it as they new best friends and all of that stuff. Now I use it for what it's for, and that's to get information, because it'll do for me what it'll take me 2 years to do in a matter of a minute. It scrubs everything that ever touched the internet, and it pulls that data. So I ended up having to go down and get a new birth certificate. And in that process of me getting a birth certificate, I had heard the whispers of, the birth certificate is not what you're supposed to use. You also have another birth certificate, which is called a certificate of live birth, allegedly.
There you go. He back. Allegedly.
He back.
There you go. Jermaine.
I think he moving. Let's see.
I'm here.
Oh, he back.
You back, right?
I'm here. I'm here.
Man.
I've been listening. I don't know what's going on, but I'm here. Okay. I heard everything.
Okay, well, go ahead, Zay. Keep talking, Zay.
Yeah, so I go down to
Hello?
You can hear us?
Go ahead on. Yeah.
Okay.
So I go down to the Divided Statistic Office.
Yes.
Okay.
I go down to the Divided Statistic Office at Polk County, and I go in the office, and on the counter, of course, you got the application to get your birth certificate. But also, it's more forms behind the desk. So I say, hey, ma'am, excuse me. I say, I'm trying to see if I could get my certificate of live birth. And she looked at me. And I looked at her. And I was like, can you hear me, ma'am? I need to get my certificate of live birth. And she said, yeah, I hear you. And she looked over to the right, snatched the paper and slung it to me. I was like, ooh. I was like, ma'am, I need more than one. Give me 5 more of those. And she got mad and snatched the other one, threw the other ones at me. So I was like, okay, this, it might be some truth to this. So of course I get the form and I fill it out. And it's, I don't know if it's true. I'm just going off of research that I found. And I want to see for myself, because I got a motto, I trust, but I verify. So I hear what you're telling me, but I'm gonna go see what it do myself. So sure enough, man, I sent off the form. For the first initial copy, it was $14. And at each additional copy was $4. So I ordered 4 copies and I paid the extra $10 to rush it. Lord and behold, 5 days later, I received my certificate of live birth. And the first thing I noticed is on my birth certificate, my name is in all capital letters. It got my mom's name, it got my birthday, and no signatures, no nothing else. Now, on my certificate of live birth, my first letter is capitalized, and the rest of the name is lowercase. It got the time I was born, the doctor's signature, and my mama's signature. So I FaceTime my mama quick, like, hey, Mom, question. When the last time you saw this? She said, where you get that from? She said, I ain't seen that thing since you were born. That's the last time I saw that paper when I signed it.
Wow.
So I say, Mama, you know, remember all the stuff I've been telling you about it? You be telling me that I need to pray more and stop being a conspiracy theorist. She was like, Corey, she was in shock.
Wow.
So once I got that, that's when things really started to get interesting, because all the questions I used to ask ChatGPT, it wouldn't really give me no answers. So I had been using ChatGPT about 4 weeks, and it wouldn't give me what I needed. And I got real mad at the thing and say, this thing's so stupid. I don't never want to give me the information I need. I got a certificate of live birth, not knowing that it thought I was talking to it, and it started spilling the beans. If you think I'm lying, look up constitutional law on how many United States, allegedly, look up the case law for the 3 different United States we have in America. So for a long time, and there's no knock to, you know, anybody that's on the live that's, you know, that may be of not of Black race, but we've always thought that they were keeping us down, and that wasn't the case. That saying that they say what they don't want us to know, just put it in the book we won't read, is really true. We behind the power curve because we don't know these different things. Meaning, if you change your status, meaning you have a U.S. citizen, which is a federal citizen, allegedly, and then you have constitutional citizens, which I call state nationals or non-citizen nationals. And if you don't, you have to know how to actually assert your rights in order to actually be free. Because when you are a U.S. citizen, all capital letters, you pretty much give up your constitutional rights every time on anything you apply or sign or fill out, and they ask you, are you a U.S. citizen, and you mark yes, you're waiving all your constitutional rights. But they don't tell you that. They don't tell you that everything we deal with in this world is by contract. Everything, like when I tell you, from everything you do, you're under contract unknowingly. From going to the doctor to doing any application you do and sign your name on a dotted line, it's a contract. Even to registering your kids in school, and you wonder why back in the days the parents would go in there and tear their kids up. Not no more. You gave up that right once you register that child and signed on that dotted line. You giving up your rights to your kids. That's why they're able to lock you up, and if you touch that child, you going to jail because you're damaging state and federal property.
Man.
Allegedly, man, it's a lot to first intake, but if the screen could have got bigger, I could actually show you the difference in my certificates. Hold on, you break it up.
What's those books? What's those books you was showing me, man?
Oh, hold on. Let me grab them for you. I want you to see these. Put it up on Bitch. Hold on 1 second.
Grab those different books, man. Jermaine, you can hear me? Jermaine.
Yes. Yeah, I
Jermaine.
hear you.
Okay, we gonna
Yes, I hear you.
you after you give me these
Yes,
books.
I hear you.
Okay, we're gonna let you go ahead and talk after we get these books. I want to see these books he was talking about.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you well. I hear you
Oh,
real good,
okay.
real good. But once he shows us these books, man, we gonna go.
Okay.
But let me ask you a question, man. While he out, trying to get those books that he want to show me. There's a couple of questions I want to ask you. Yeah, what were your favorite, man, song style and hangout spot back in the day, man? Was it Jumbos?
I tell you, be trying to answer all my questions already. No, it wasn't Jumbos though.
Okay.
My favorite spot, believe it or not, back in the days was Denny's. Denny's was my favorite spot.
Oh, yeah.
On 30th Street in Miami, downtown Miami area.
Uh-huh.
They call it Wynwood now. They call it Wynwood.
Yeah.
And we used to hang out there a lot back in the day. And my favorite music was gospel, contemporary gospel music,
yes, sir.
and jazz. I love jazz.
Oh,
I love all types of jazz music, contemporary, urban jazz. Yeah, but Commission was my favorite group.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of music,
oh, yeah.
Commission was my favorite group, and I love, man, it's just been so I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, you did, man. I got another one for you. If you could give your teenager self a piece of advice,
all right,
what would it be, man? Little old Jermaine, teenage advice.
Little old Jermaine, back then, if I can get it back over again, learn from the greats.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Learn from the greats. We had Mr. Peavy. He was one of the greats at our school. I didn't know how impeccable he was, but he was impeccable, meaning that Dr. Peavy was the one who helped push Miami Northwestern to a level of learning abilities, and he was there. But he would because I was there. I caught him pretty much the first year that I got there. But then he transitioned. But what I learned from him, that he was very stern, but he was about education. He had a lot of wisdom. So yeah, learn from the greats.
Yeah, awesome. If you froze on me, you can hear me though?
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Whatever you said. That
yeah. Did you hear me clear? I don't know what's going on, but I'm here.
Yeah, we didn't hear that last part though. It's something happened. You froze.
To learn from the greats.
Okay.
Learn from the greats.
Okay, I got it. Okay, I got one.
Learn from the greats.
One more, man.
Learn from the greats.
What are you still hoping, man, to accomplish in this next chapter of your life, man?
The next chapter, I'm hoping that I'll be able to reestablish myself for my ability to accomplish some of the goals as of, like you said, real estate, like Zay just said, family oriental, being able to fulfill, just some of the things that, that I have pending. There were some things I was working on during COVID. And COVID came and it shut us all down. It shut the whole world down for almost 2 years.
Yeah.
So now I'm hoping to get back to those things so I can reevaluate it and get it rebuilt and established again. So that's what I want to do.
Yeah, that sounds awesome, man. Yeah, I would like to have some land too, man, one day, and give me one of them big old RVs one day, man, and just
listen. Don't say one day. Not when, depending on where you look.
There you go.
In Georgia, you can get you 3 acres of land for $20,000.
Oh, like that? Oh man, well,
listen.
I need to go ahead and get that money together, boy. I can get that.
Just search for land in these states where you potentially probably want to move at.
Wow.
That's the key. That's the biggest key to our freedom is that land, because you can
Yeah.
borrow from that land to fund all your other ventures.
What? Yeah, I'm going to look in that.
But Zay, you said something. Can I say something there? You said something that in the time of COVID, that's when everything shut down. That was part of my what Corey just asked. Some of the things to accomplish land. At the time, I was in process, and when process came, then COVID came. Everything just shut it down. Everything was pending, and we were not able to get to anything because they was afraid that it was going to cause contagious type of issues and stuff. So it was a lot of different things that we never experienced. So, but yeah, you're right. Land is what it is. I mean, you don't even have to build now, but land is where it's at. As long as you have the land, you'll be able to do anything you want. So I agree. You're right.
Yeah. The land.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing we need.
Some chickens. Grow you some vegetables. You know?
Because the food ain't right no more, you know.
Nah, it ain't, man. It don't even taste right no more, man.
It ain't right no more.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Even the eggs are horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I had some chicken the other day and I was like, man, this don't even taste like chicken, man. It just Kentucky Fried Chicken and Popeyes, it ain't like it used to be, man. It ain't like it used to be.
Yeah, it's not. Well, we're up here now. We got a Bojangles, and it tastes like real meat to me.
Oh yeah, Bojangles. Oh, come on now. Now you're talking now, doctor. We got a Bojangles out here too, man. They just brought them out here. I'm telling you, boy, I like them chicken biscuits, boy. Them chicken biscuits be right.
They right. Back.
Shoot.
They back.
Yeah, that's good, man. But yeah, man, we're going ahead and show us these books, Zay, that people might want to get into, get some of that knowledge.
The first book everybody needs to buy before they do anything. And one of the key things to everybody being aware and opening their eyes to a lot of stuff that's going on is this one.
Black's Law Dictionary. Okay.
Because the meaning of everything that we deal with here in the United States, this is the terminology. It's totally different. It's totally different from hold on 1 second. Do me a favor. Look in the car and bring that envelope with all the birth certificates and stuff in it. The dictionary, the word terminology in here is different from the dictionary.
Mm-hmm.
So from like things like doing your applications for passports, driver's license. You know what? I want to give you something. I want to give you something real good to just think about.
Mm-hmm.
And for who, people who watching, when you go down to do your driver's license, and if you can look it up online, it never says when you registering it too, like a vehicle. It always says vessel. Mm-hmm. You ever notice that? Look at the driver's license and stuff. It never says a vehicle. It says a vessel. So this book here is the most important thing you could buy because it's going to tell you that when you look through this, I ain't going to tell y'all once you get one and you look through it, you'll see how common terminology means something else. Mm-hmm. Did you run? It means something else. So that's the first one.
Okay.
You can find this one on Amazon. This gonna open your eyes all the way up.
Fruit from a poisonous tree.
Yep.
Okay.
And you'll know it's the right book. Amazon too, $5.
Meet Your Straw Man and whatever you want to know. Okay.
This is what the front of it looked like.
We got all them founding fathers on there.
Mm-hmm. On Amazon too.
You know something is wrong when. Okay. Dropping some knowledge. Get them books.
Now, this the book that opened my eyes to a lot of stuff, because this was the one.
The Great Transitional Period, 1788 through 1789 in the government of the United States. Okay.
This one took me back to what's real and what ain't real, and what changed from back then when the Constitution was written to today. So just to give you a good idea, right? We've always assumed and were taught that the 14th Amendment is what freed us, right? But in actuality, what if I told you we already had our freedoms? This was a beast.
The formation of the Union under the Constitution. Okay.
Well, hey, this one here deep. This one deep. And my last heavy hitter, I'm already starting to buy these, and I got 2 of them already, and it's like they do them each year, so every so couple of years.
The American Constitution, Cases and Materials. Okay.
And another book that I don't have, because my buddy, he reading it right now. It's a book called Behold the Pale White Horse. It's called Behold the Pale White Horse. And then hold on, I'm pulling out the thing to show you. I ain't giving too much information, but it's giving them, You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
You see what that say there?
Certification of birth. Okay.
All right. You see how my name is in all capital letters?
All capital letters. I see that.
Hold on. What does that say?
Certificate of Live Birth, Florida.
You see that?
Yeah.
How is my name on there?
Lowercase in the beginning. Wow.
When have you? I'm gonna make sure I FaceTime you so you can see this.
Yeah. That is
because
crazy.
I can't really show it all on live.
Yeah, I know you can't. I do.
But I just want to show. So you see, both in my hand.
So what is the difference between them? What you trying to say there with both of them things? Because I see them, one in capital and one is not. So what's
one takes away your rights, one gives you back your constitutional rights.
What?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, we don't want to get sued now. Allegedly.
Yeah, we don't want to get sued. Allegedly, this and all of this stuff is for informational purposes only.
Only. That's right. That's right.
Because you cannot give out law material unless you go to law school, pass the board. You got to do all of that. Listen to my words, Corey. It's wordplay. You got to do all of that to practice law. What did you catch?
You gotta do all that to practice law.
So that's why I say it be right in your face.
Yeah.
But if you don't pay attention, they play right in your face. So you mean to tell me I gotta go to college for 4 years, study, learn, do all this stuff to get a degree, which a lot of times when you get a degree, that's pretty much certifies that you know the material, you learned it, and they're gonna double down and make sure you know it because you have to pass a bar test. So essentially, you pretty much you become not like a guru, but a knowledgeable of law. So that means you know law, but you got to do all of that to practice law. Keyword practice.
Practice. Oh, okay.
Allegedly.
Well, I see you ain't go to law school, and you just did your research.
Yeah, I just be doing educational research only. That's it.
Okay, that's what's up. So yeah, anything you got to say, man, for any young person that's coming up, man, and trying to live this life, man, and do what we do, man, work and take care of our families, man. Is there anything you can say to a young man right now,
man? Ain't nothing changed from our great-great-grandparents. The only thing has changed, the processes are still the same, the lessons is still gonna be the same. Take the time to listen to what they telling you. They might be telling you something good because like I say, the only thing that really changed is just the material. We went from an 8-track to cassette, from a cassette to a CD, and from a CD to MP3. But the lessons and everything else, the tricks, the things you think you're getting away with, it done been done multiple times on different cycles. It's just different times. That's all it is. So listen.
That's the key word. Listen, huh?
Listen.
Okay. So Jermaine, you can hear me?
That's good.
Jermaine, you can hear me?
Yes, you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. So we gonna get
you hear
back
me?
to you, man. Yeah, I can hear you. I got a question for you.
Okay.
So what would you say to a young man that's trying to do what we do and live this life, man, this life of working and taking care of our families, man, and doing the right thing, man? What would you say to a young man that's struggling and want to, change their lives and do right? What would you say to them?
Well, definitely learn to find who you are first, number one. Learn how do you do that? You learn that by getting amongst people with understanding of wisdom. In all our getting, we have to get understanding. If we don't have a guider in our lives, which we were blessed. I believe that we were blessed because of our parents. They prayed for us and they kept us, in the church. That's where we came from. So that was our wisdom. That was our learning base. But get with someone who can be able to teach you, like Zay just shared a lot of information about our rights here at a law-abiding, citizen here in the United States. There's a lot of opportunities that's here, but because we don't have access to right things or getting right understanding on things, it sets us back. So if we perish because of lack of wisdom and knowledge. So with knowledge itself is good, but wisdom is the one goes through experience. You apply knowledge by understanding something, but wisdom is definitely gives you understanding of how to be able to deal with situations and experiences, etc. So I always would say learn from the greats if I was a teenager again, the question you asked me earlier. But get with someone who have wisdom that will lead you in the right direction. Don't just get with anybody, but get with someone by the fruit it bears. You will know the fruit by the fruit it bears. Everybody wanted to be like Mike, okay? But you had to buy the shoe in order to think that you'd be like Mike. But you don't have to do that this day. Like you all were talking about AI. AI is a great place to get understanding and wisdom. Talking with a person one-on-one is an older person who have wisdom. I want to give a shout out to Dr. Golat. You know, I call her mom. Dr. Golat, she has a lot of wisdom. She was sharing with us some stuff earlier when we were preparing to get on the show. And she was doing some research. She has lots of wisdom and also knowledge. So those are the type of people and individuals you got to have in your life as teenagers. So I hope I answer your question.
Oh man, you did, man. You did, man. You did. And also, man, you know, I know we grew up in the church, man, and what type of ranks have you been through the church? You know, I know you started out as a drummer, but did you go also into ministry and elevated through there and singing and everything?
Yeah, I did. As you know, we were in church as teenagers. That was our guider. That was our wisdom. That was our faith base. I was in church since I was a little boy. Since I was born, really. Yeah. But then at the same time, I did drums, like you said. Then God elevated me into, moving into ministry. I became a minister. And then God elevate me from ministry as the minister of music as well. Ministry of music. I was also what they call pastor of music now. I was that for 26 years. God blessed me there. And then in the midst of that, when I finished that assignment, God blessed me to become a bishop. I serve a bishop as a administrator. That's another thing. Speaking of wisdom and knowledge, this is knowledge here. Knowledge is for a bishop is not in the fivefold ministry. Knowledge of a bishop is to assist an apostle. An apostle is sent by God, which is who established and build the church, the house. On this rock I will and I shall build my church, the house, and the gates of hell shall not prevail. But that's what the similarities what happened with Peter and all those guys. Those guys were apostles. And then what they did, they allowed bishops to be able to maintain the different churches and the different places and to make sure things running properly. So that's what a bishop is. A bishop is not considered in the fivefold ministry. And I don't want to get into that, but I was a bishop for 2 years. I was blessed, definitely to be able to be in that position for 2 years. And then from there, I did ministry, like I said, and then I moved on. So yes, I did move on in that area. So I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, you did.
Correctly. But that was my journey. That was my journey.
Awesome, man. I love it, man. You froze. You hear me? You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. I hear you.
You hear me, Jermaine? Okay.
Yes, I hear you.
Okay.
And yeah, to God be the glory. I'm still humble. I'm thankful. It was a journey for me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They're like you're in the office there, man. I can see the certificates back there.
Yeah, you see the
Yeah. It's like you said, certificates. We have our labor, our work. I know all of you all have certificates from the military, Zay, from Corey, even from him in transportation operator. It shows that we're qualified to do what we do. So
That's
it's
right.
good to have those things with us, and
That's right.
it means a lot. It really does. Because as they was sharing with the stuff about the birth certificate, that's another show you can get on and talk about. But all of these things, we have access to be able to go anywhere in the world if we can allow ourselves to, just go ahead and apply. And that's what we've done. Corey, you came from one city to another city, and your certification took care of you. Zay, you in the military, so go anywhere and say, show your badge, and you will have rights. So, and that's me as well. I have different certifications and licenses. So we're blessed. God has been good to us.
God been, man, look here. God been good to me and all of us.
Yes, sir. Yes,
We
sir.
have some
Yes,
background
sir.
stories that, that's for another show. But if it wasn't for God's grace, brother, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you, Doc. I'm gonna be honest. If it wasn't for his grace and mercy.
Listen, Corey, I know this is your show, but can I ask you a question if you don't mind? Because we all came up in the same grid.
Okay.
Okay. Let me ask you this. What would you do if you was a teenager again? What some of the things you would do if you had a second chance to be a teenager again?
Man, to be honest with you, man, I'm gonna keep it 100. Man, I would have just finished high school, went to college, got me a degree, brother. I'm just being honest. I wouldn't have got married so fast. And don't get me wrong, I love my marriage and I love my wife, I love my kids, but I would have did it differently and waited till around my 30s, man, to get married and experience everything I need to experience, and then get married and then have my kids and my family with my degrees. And then I also would have wanted my wife to do that too, to, experience everything she can experience and go to college and do whatever she want to do. And then we come back and then we have a family. You see what I'm saying? But to do it the way I did it, I wouldn't tell a young man to do what I did. I would tell him, man, go see the world first, man. Go to college. Go get your degree.
That's why these conversations is good, because I did it the way you wanted. You wanted to do it.
That's right. That's right.
And guess what?
Oh Lord, here we go.
Listen, because Corey, if you would have did it any other way, you and your wife wouldn't have been together, and you probably wouldn't have had them kids.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true too. It was all in God's plan, man, for me to do what I did. That's why it worked the way it worked, because if it wouldn't have worked out, we wouldn't be together today. So, yeah. But I give God glory and honor, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping 100.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you shared that, because, hey, that's good. I'm glad you shared that, because we all, hey, I love it. But that's good. And Zay came back on top of it, because if it didn't happen that way, it wouldn't have, so it had to be divine purpose.
That's
what it was divine purpose. So you've done well. You've done, yes, God gave you the ability and the mindset to be in the position. Now look at your lovely wife. She got you. Look at your children. They support you. And everything just had to happen the way that God did. I always say the Most High God, He's the one in control.
That's right. He is.
Hey, because if you wouldn't have met your wife when you did, the Corey I know, you probably would have caught something by now.
Boy, you wrong.
Listen, you got to be raw. You got to give it to him real.
Yeah.
Because you got to don't forget where we came from.
You telling the truth. Oh yeah, we was treacherous, man. We was in the church, but we was in them streets too a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit.
Hey,
not a lot, a little bit.
Yeah. Exactly. But remember, I went another route. as I got a certain age, around about 18 on up, I started doing other things. I started going out and different things, looking for that money. But what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose your soul? So I had to come back to where God had divine purpose me. So I wound up doing something that I never thought I'd done, being a minister, ordained minister, being a bishop, being in the house, a minister of music. Never, that was not my plan. So divine purpose.
And
to God be the glory.
By us telling, this stuff, we have no shame, because even in the Bible, the boys in the Bible, them boys were some treacherous boys. But look at David. He was a man after God's own heart, man. All the stuff that he did. He got dudes killed on the front line because he wanted their wives. You see what I'm saying? So, it's a blessing, because, the Bible said we overcome by a testimony. So it's good to tell your testimony, and let somebody know where you came from and where you're at now. You have no shame.
Oh, yeah.
I have no shame.
Yeah.
That's why I don't mind bringing up the old stuff, because that's what we did, and I ain't ashamed to tell it. I can tell it to anybody, but that's another whole story. I got other stuff too that you might want to. I ain't been married for 33 years for nothing, brother. Trust me. These 33 years wasn't peaches and cream. I'm gonna tell you.
And you were but listen, you were successful in that area. I was not. I did it twice, and it didn't go. So bless your heart. You accomplished it. My first one almost drove me crazy. The first one, because I didn't understand what love was. I gave myself up, my heart up to something that I didn't understand. That's why I say, get with the greats, get with older people who have wisdom, so you'll know how to love. We didn't have that. We didn't understand that. I didn't know that I should not buy material things to show somebody love. That's not where it's at. But I did a lot of that to express myself and made a lot of money, but I still lost what I had because I didn't know how to balance and understand it. But in all I get, and we get understanding, but I put so much pressure on my back coming up. I tried to just be a husband. That's all I was trying to do. But I had to even be evaluated because I was so burnt out mentally. I was physically, it was just took advantage of me, life, because I didn't have no one to really talk to about that. But thank God I went through it because it was necessary. If I didn't went through it, I wouldn't be helping people. And also, I'm also a certified life coach. So I deal with a lot of people in the globe, in the world, that I work and I go and coach them with. And I'm thankful for that too. But the whole point is, if I would do it all over again, I would say this. I would listen to my wisdom, men with wisdom, men of God with wisdom, and people with wisdom, and also the streets with wisdom, because the streets had acknowledged me and showed me how to be able to pay attention to my first marriage, because I didn't understand certain things, and things were revealed to me through a guy from the streets. It wasn't from the church. It was from the streets. And you know what was my name? Even though I ain't have no street credit, and I have no street credit. I'm a church boy. I'm a PK. But you want to know what the guy called me? What? He called me Black. He said, "Hey, Black, come here, Black. Let me tell you something. Let me talk to you, Black." So that was my street name without credit. My name was Black. Yeah.
Come here, Black. Let me holler at you.
But he taught me a lot. He taught me a lot, and I learned a lot from the streets. And the streets, meaning that I didn't have to go through the fights and stuff, but I did sit down and listen to the wisdom. That's why I say, if I was a teenager again, I would listen to wisdom. Yeah. Proverbs speaks about wisdom. Come on now. Wisdom is in the streets. It's in the Bible. It speaks about, if you want to find wisdom, going in the streets. And I experienced that. And then when I became a bishop, I was able to serve at the time. And when I served, I was able to help a lot of people from the streets. Yeah. So God prepared me in a way that I didn't plan. Yeah. Now, do I walk around with the titles? No, I don't. I am not that guy. I don't need a title to know who I am. I've had to go through some things to know who I am. I'm going to say it like this. For you broken, it's a broken English word, but I know who I is.
Yeah.
And then, back then, I didn't know who I is back then. But I know who I is now, meaning that due by my experiences and my changes and my understanding to know how to apply life. Like Zay shared a lot of information. Man, I want to tap on that, but I can't. But man, that's another segment we need to talk about. But definitely knowledge is power. So when I learned how to get in these positions, I didn't know why I was there. I didn't even ask. But you know what it did? It prepared me to see what was coming. And he trusted me with it. And thank God I passed the test. Yeah. And now I can help others in many genres, in different levels, without trying to be something more than I was. And I was that when I was younger. I was just trying to be a man at the time. I was just trying to be a husband. I put more on me than I can bear. But thank God I made it through. I had to be evaluated to make sure I didn't lose my mind. My family was concerned. They were sincere. They meant well. But they put me in a place when really what I needed to do is get some rest. I need to cut down these titles. But they didn't know. You know why? Because I had too much imagery. The image, I had this front that I didn't know that it was taking eating me up. I didn't know that, but I had to hit some walls. And when you love somebody, I'm talking about my first wife, I had loved her so much till as I hit the walls, I learned in those lessons. So those lessons taught me a lot in the streets without street credit. Like I said, I don't want to repeat the thing over and over, but this should be able to help somebody out there to know that, hey, stay amongst wisdom and people with wisdom and knowledge and good people. If you stay amongst that, you'll be able to have a good percentage of your life to be consistent and you can keep peace of mind. Because I lost mine back then, but I got it back. So to God be the glory, the Most High. So I just wanted to share that. Thank you.
Awesome, man. That was awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, so Zay, are you married, man? Or you?
Yeah. Married. 11 years. 11 years now.
Look at you, boy. Look at you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tell me.
Oh man, that's all right. You doing all right,
man. What you think that kept you them 11 years, man? What as a man that want to be in a marriage, man, that want to stay in a marriage, man, and you know go to persevere through all the you know if it's let me see how I want to put this. If it's good, instead of just not marrying the wrong person, you know what I mean?
You say what kept me?
Yeah. What's keeping you, man? What's keeping that marriage for 11 years?
Bread and wine every day.
Oh, have mercy. Boy,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Something crazy. I already know.
That's the truth. Hey, Zay, keep it 100. Keep it 100.
Yeah.
Keep it 100.
Go ahead, man.
Hey, no, just honestly, man, praying, you know, being around. I got three good friends, one older female, two older men. And I think that's the biggest thing is for me is I challenge myself and I ask them the hard stuff, whether I want to hear it or not. Mm-hmm. And that's like the main thing I do. The wife will tell you I don't too much play that. Even if we mad, like if we mad, listen, you finna get this kiss. It don't gotta be on the lips. It's gonna be on your head, wherever, and I'm gonna be in the bed. Yes, sir. Yes, we got a California king, so you be on your side, I'll be on mine, but we gonna be in the bed.
Yes, sir. That's a big bed too, boy. You can put about 5 people on that bed. Like,
hey, listen. I be needing space because you know that's my last son. He didn't get out of bed till he was about 5 or 6.
Oh yeah, they be like that. My grandkids, I mean, we got a big king bed like that. And look here, man. Hey, we could put all 3 of them in the middle, and I still have room. That's just how big my bed is.
That's what I needed because
I'm a tall dude, man. I need one of them big beds, man. I can't have no little small bed. Mm-hmm. crunched up.
That's like me, cause I'm 6'2", 255.
Oh yeah,
I'm
you
tall.
You're tall as me. Yeah, you probably taller than me. I'm just 6'1". Taller than me.
I'm 6'2".
Man, I got tall, Zay boy.
I don't know where. Listen, I don't know where. Well, you know what? Allegedly, the doctors say I'm shrinking now, so I ain't 6'2" no more. They say I'm 6'1 3/4. I was like, okay.
Okay. But yeah, man, I think most important, man, about a marriage, man, is that communication, man. That's number one.
Yeah.
You got to have communication, man.
Yeah.
And number two, you got to be married to the right person, man. Sometimes you don't know it until you're married and stay with them for a while, and then you boom, like, what? Wait a minute now, where did this come from? You know, what's going on? You know, so I really think it's important to court. You know what they used to say back in the day, the old folks, court for a while before you decide to marry a person, man, because you find out if you are equally, you know. Because
hey, I don't know if that matters neither, Corey. You listen, even if you date them for a while before you marry, you still won't know who that person is until y'all have an issue and y'all break up.
Yeah, you're still taking the chance at the shot. That's true. That is true.
You still gambling.
But when you are married,
well, I would just like to say this. I would just like to say this though. Hey, I salute to you guys, man, that you are doing the marriage, institution, and y'all being a great example, man. Salute to you guys, man.
Oh, thank you, man. It's all good.
Yeah,
man.
thanks. Thank you.
Just
great example.
But I'm gonna let you know, being in a marriage, man, for 33 years like I have, man. Anybody out there that's married or want to get married, just know it ain't easy.
Yeah, it's not.
If you got love,
right, it's not.
Work. You got love for one another. I don't care if you don't have no money, boy. You sleeping in your car or in the tent or on the ground. If you got love,
it's gonna work.
All you need right there, man. Yeah, that's all you need. Because you want to know if somebody got your back. Mm-hmm. You want to know if a woman got your back.
Well, yeah, that's the part I think we got to tell the truth of.
Yeah.
For me, it wasn't love. I when I knew she had my back.
Oh, come on now. You talking some good stuff now.
When I knew she had my back, that was it. Oh, I could.
That's all you need to know right there, huh?
That's it. The love gonna come.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
If you got my
can
back.
I say something there?
Go ahead.
Yeah, but Zay, it says a man who findeth the wife, he findeth a good thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And God, finds favor of it. So, because what your heart desire was something that was not at the time, but when it was revealed, you say, well, if she can do that and can show consistency of that, I can work the other stuff. So you're not going to always get the 100%. It's not always. It may even be 60-40, but the whole thing, like Corey said, love and willing to respect, because we're supposed to respect each other. That's what I believe. I can't say much because you guys been. Yes, respect is so important. So, but you guys been in this longer than I have. But I just say to you guys, man, I'm gonna let y'all talk. But I love what you just said. I just want to put that point in there. I love what you said.
Yeah, respect is real, man. Respect is like up there. That's up there with communication and love. But respect,
yes,
man, you got to respect one another, man.
Ooh, that respect can make me listen. I think that's the biggest thing now, because we in the era now, all of this social media, and we got all of these relationship gurus and all of this stuff, and a lot of the ladies and a lot of the men, they not talking to men that are in marriages, and the ladies are not talking to the men figures in their life to figure out how to get the man and keep the man, or to a proper lady to tell them what it takes. Mm-hmm. So that that's like That's a big deal. And they, for some reason, somebody told the new generation now that respect don't matter. Just all he need is some cotton candy. I'm working on it, Corey. I ain't saying that bad.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know. I get
But
it.
like you say, that respect thing is that's the most important piece, man. And ladies, ladies got to understand, and men, because I be talking to some of my spiritual sisters, and they listen. Some of the stuff they be telling me, I be like, Lord have mercy. I be scratching my head. They changing the tires, washing the car, cutting the grass, putting gas in their car with boyfriends or husbands sitting right next to them.
You know they were doing that.
Yeah, what? They doing all of that now. They paying all of the bills too. So
no wonder they tripping out here.
Yeah. And I can understand it and see it in a way, but I think people got to understand every relationship of a new person you dealing with, not the last person you dealt with. So you got to come in there with an open mind, open heart, and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
So,
man, good stuff. I agree. It's a journey you have to test and trial and error. And like Corey said, it doesn't matter. You're going to have your ups and downs. You have to just work at it. If you love each other and you respect each other, you can go far. So I believe that. And you saw that, Zay, that she had your back. That's called respect and love. When somebody say, I got your back and show that show respect and love automatically. So you got the 2-ply. You ain't get the 1-ply. You got the 2-ply. She had your back. That's good. And she ain't just love you and laid on your arms all day. But she showed you that I got you. You look one way, I look the other way. And but I got you. I'm right behind you. So that's a good thing. So good point.
That's good, man.
Love it.
So what y'all eating for dinner tonight, man? I see Zay.
Sorry about that, Corey, but this was a good discussion.
You think the pot is on the what y'all eating tonight, man? What's going on? What's in the kitchen, man?
Friday nights here in our house, it usually be takeout.
So all on Friday. Yeah, that's the same thing with us. What about you, man? What you got? I would sure wish I had a Publix up here, man. You lucky.
Man,
I
know. Man, I ate me some pasta, man, with shrimp and pasta, man. It was good.
Love that there, man. I sure wish I could just say, man, let me go out my door, man, get in my car, go to Publix, get me a nice sandwich. I can't even do that, man.
Hey, where you can, they looking for bus drivers down here in Florida.
Oh, no, I ain't coming down. Man. Doc, I got 10 more years, Doc. 62, Doc. Lord's will, Doc. My goal is 52. I'm 53. I'll be 54 in January, Lord's will. And I'm going to be doing the countdown, brother. Because I ain't driving nobody bus past 62, Lord's will. Get my money right. Nobody bus.
It'll be right. You just got to get rid of some of those conveniences, I'm gonna call
there
it.
There you go. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, all right. You're right.
But so Corey, y'all don't have a place up there similarity like Publix?
Well, we got sandwich
in Texas,
there, man. We got your regular smegglers, man. We got this the what they call it, Jimmy John's, and what's that?
I thought y'all HEB don't do the sandwiches.
Oh yeah,
that we got.
Yeah, they do good sandwiches. Yeah, I ain't never really had no sandwich from them, but I know they do good sandwiches. But man,
I was out there. I was out there in Killeen for a while. Out there,
I know you was. But see, I ain't nothing like my Publix, man. I'm a 305.
Yeah, right.
Man. I'm a Florida boy, man. I love my Publix, man. So when I went to Georgia last week to see my brother, man, look at here. Boy, I had to go. I had to go to Publix, boy. I was like, man, I'm going to give me a sandwich, boy. The next day I said, I'm going to give me a sandwich. They be right, boy. I'm telling you, Publix the stove, man. I'm telling you. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go,
Awesome.
because I'm gonna go and get my belly full, brother. It's time to eat.
All right. Hey, tomorrow when you get off, Corey,
y'all,
tomorrow when you get off, hit me on the FaceTime so I can show you the stuff.
I will. Yeah, I will. I want to see that, man.
It's really neat to see, and it kind of put things really in perspective to what I was talking about. And you know, off the record, you know, as you get time, if you want to set up like us, just a private, private in between whoever want to, you know, start to know and learn, you know, set it up, and I don't have no problem. I as I learn, I pass the information on.
Okay.
And also for people who actually do want to start to unpack things, go on YouTube. The guy's name is James, James, space Lovett, Lovett. He's a beast. He was the one that helped me unlock some key pivotal pieces that I couldn't pin together until I ran into him on YouTube.
Okay. Sounds good, man. Any closing words, Jermaine? What you got to close with, man?
Man, I'm just glad to be here, man. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Man, this was good. Even though in the midst of the frequency or whatever that we've been on for a couple of hours with the iPad here, but I made it through. So, man, thank you so much for your patience. And Zay, it's an honor, man. And I know the other fellas, some other things came up, unforeseen purpose and circumstances. Hey, we missed those guys, but man, what a great session tonight. I enjoyed.
Yeah. It's all good, man. One thing I want to say before I close, man, you always put God first, man. He never leave you nor forsake you. You feel me? This is the Churchboikori Show, and we out. Okay, Zay and Jermaine, I'll see y'all till next time. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
It's the Churchboikori Show. Got some things you want to know. Life changing will help you grow. It's the Churchboikori Show. 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 It's the Church.